Hello guys, a little bit of a different video here from me. This time round, I'm going to be looking at Tekken 7. Now, I've been a fighting game player way back when, we're looking at over 10 years ago, 2007, Virtual Fighter 5. Started getting my feet involved in this again with a bit of Street Fighter action, but today I'm here to talk about Tekken 7. It comes out on the 2nd of June, it's a Friday, it's going to be a huge launch. There's also a lot more to this game, and so I thought I'd introduce you guys to a friend of mine, Justin Nelson, aka King Jae. He is a content creator, a streamer, a pro player. This man has done everything to do with the fighting game community. He's a big member in the community, so I thought, who better than to have and join me here to talk about Tekken. Justin, how are you?
How's it going, man?
I'm really good, I'm really good. What about you?
Tekken 7's around the corner. Well, I'd say early 2017 is tomorrow, boy. So yeah, I'm happy, man.
Yeah, do you know what? Long time coming. Everyone's waiting for it. Now, you've already had a bit of experience with this as a player at tournaments and stuff, so talk to me a bit about that.
All right, so there was tournaments, there's press events and stuff like that where they were displaying Tekken 7. I was amongst all of them. Anytime I could get my hands on it, I was amongst it because the game, it's been out, as you know, it was out 2 years in Korea and Japan, and you know it's been quite a way. And playing the game and actually getting around, like learning the new characters, seeing how the game feels and stuff,
Yeah.
it's a completely different Tekken game compared to the rest of them. So you have new stuff which is like rage arts, rage drive. You have slow motion when it comes to like both of the characters' health are low and you both press a button at the same time. And we have a cinematic story mode as well, which looks very interesting because it mentions the end of the Mishima bloodline. So
That
someone,
was my first question for you actually. So, just because it's ending on the Mishima, like their bloodline, does that mean that there won't be another Tekken, or what does that mean for the series? Because obviously they've been the integral part from the very beginning. This literally the whole Tekken story up till now.
you know, it's a funny one because it could be the end of Tekken or it could be the end of the Mishima bloodline. So it could be both, which is why everyone's excited and eager to know what's going to happen in the storyline. So I don't know. I really don't know.
So, you know me, I'm involved in all the esports side of things. I want to look at Tekken as an esports overall. There's so much hype around it, and we recently saw the World Tour $200,000 event come up, little regional events all around the globe. What does this mean for you guys, and what are your actual expectations of this?
Okay, so with the Tekken World Tour, I'm not gonna lie. I was calling that we should have something like this for Tekken because Street Fighter has it, Injustice 2 has it, Tekken's. A lot of people know about Tekken. So when we finally got the announcement that Tekken World Tour, I was like, yes, finally Tekken is moving into that esports realm, and it's region lock as well. So what was happening in the previous tournaments is there will be big tournaments, a lot of money on the line, and then the Koreans will come down and take the money because they play the game a lot more. So they were just cleaning house. Now, with it being region lock, it's a lot more fair for the community to kind of like profound the players of who's top in the region. So the way how it works is, I think it's top five in each region, and they go through to the finals.
Okay.
So you go, the more tournaments you go to, is the more points you can build up on the leaderboard, and then they base it on that. And I think they have 2 online tournaments. I'm unsure how the point system works for that, but there's Masters, regionals, online. I can't remember the last one. But Masters is the one where it's got a lot of money on the line. Versus Fighting has 15, is it 1,500? I think it's 1,500. Yeah, so there's a lot of money involved. I would say a lot more than what was going on in Tekken Tag 2 lifespan. So I'm interested. I'm hyped for it. I want to build up my skills even more. So I'm ready. Yeah, it gives me something to look forward to, man.
Okay, so what about people looking to get into it, say, who, like you, you're a veteran, but the less experienced players who are looking at this and going, hey, look, I've always played Tekken, I want to get involved in this, but how do I get involved in the competitive scene? How do I start learning it? How do I get involved in the esports? How do I maybe get to the point where I'm playing in the World Tour?
Ooh, so from this is the thing. From basic to pro,
Mm.
Tekken has always had that long learning curve. So my advice to new players is to basically just choose a character. It's not like Tag 2 now where you have to learn two characters. You could choose one character. So
Okay.
choose a character, go into practice mode. Practice mode has sample combos.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it doesn't have frames, so it's one of those things that you would have to look at like an external source or online to kind of find frames of your character. But nevertheless, you got practice mode. So go to practice mode, learn the combos, even look at other players. I like even with me, I use Gigas. I look at a couple of the Korean players that choose Gigas and kind of see the way how they do things, and then kind
Yeah.
of like think why are they doing that? Why is that working? Is that a part of their strategy? And I implement it into my own, and then I look at others, and then that's how I improve as a player. So doing that as well for new players, just looking at other players who use your character online, that can really, really help improve you as a player.
Okay.
And yeah, just play against other players. Like keep on playing against other players. That's how you and play against players that are stronger than you. Losing is an experience when it comes to games like this. Losing
Yeah.
is an experience. So don't get disheartened if you lose, I don't know, 20-0 to someone that's better than you. Just take it as a learning curve and just keep on improving.
And that's the thing with fighting games in general, isn't it? You have to literally put a lot of time in, but you could get a huge set of knockbacks where you're losing game after game. But it's about working out what you've got to do differently next time in such a short space of time.
Yeah, definitely. I've got like a quick funny story to say about that. So I went to a tournament in Hype Spot in 4,
Hmm.
and there was a guy that beat me 17-0.
Oh wow.
17-0. Like he bopped me hard, and
Yeah.
everyone around was laughing and stuff, and it was like I didn't know what to do. It's only I was trying to see how he plays, and then we got into tournament and I beat him 3-1, and everyone was shocked. So
Ah.
the thing is, you got to kind of like take a loss on the chin,
Yeah.
because when I was losing, and I was hearing everyone like, "Oh, you're losing, you're losing." I didn't make it get to me. I was like, okay, I'm losing, but I'm trying to understand why he's doing certain things. He played completely different to all the rest of the players I played in
Hmm.
my lifetime. But just by playing him a couple times and losing those 17 times, it made me go that step further to come in second at the tournament.
Well, that's part
So
of the reason why you're where you are today.
thank you very much, man.
Now,
Thank you very much.
what I know a lot of people who are watching this are going to look at, yeah, is okay, there's a huge array of characters to choose from, but in your opinion, can you break down some of the characters that you'd recommend for new players to the game and just learning it and picking up the game and understanding the feel, or is it a case of like you can just pick any character?
You know what? There's some characters that I would say are quite advanced. So
Hmm.
most of them are Shimas. So that would be Kazuya, Heihachi, Devil Jin. I would say they're advanced, and the reason why I say they're advanced is because you have to learn proper Tekken movement. So that's wave
Okay.
dashing, Korean backdash, as they
Yep.
call it. Um, once you've mastered those things, then those characters become a lot more easier. But if you
Hmm.
don't know those things, then yeah, it becomes an issue.
Yeah, let's focus on the super beginners, basically me.
Oh, but okay, so in terms of like the beginner characters, I would say Bob,
Yep.
Miguel, Shaheen, um, Gigas. Now, but Gigas is quite. He's not hard. Like to do his moves and stuff is easy, but he can be a bit hard to win with.
Okay.
Um, Josie, Paul, Law. There's quite most of the cast are they're pretty much easy beginner characters, if
Yeah.
I'm honest.
And what
It's
would be
just the
your
Mashimas.
and so if we're avoiding the machines, then what would be your say top three picks of characters to start with if you're brand new to the game? And can you give me a little bit of insight into like why you would pick them, but also some of the best ways to kind of get used to them? Is it literally playing
Okay,
story, or is it maybe just going straight online?
all right, cool. So I would say for sure Bob, Miguel, and Lars.
Hmm.
Those three are the beginner-friendly characters. The
Yep.
best way to learn them is by just going into practice mode, sample combos, look at them, get used to the notations of like how to do moves and certain things like that. But the first thing is learning the combos because there's nothing like just pressing jab and you don't know what's going on. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I've seen
definitely.
it happen so many times, like in just casual events where people just like jab and they're just trying to win. No, just try and just learn the notations.
Mm.
So that's like up, down, back, down, forward, and all that stuff. Then left punch, right punch, left kick, right kick. Once you've learned all those things and like just have a general feel, learn the combos, and then just play against a friend and then kind of learn your own combos compared to the ones that are in the sample combos for practice mode.
Perfect. Well, I appreciate your insight on that. And what would be some of your kind of pro player tips, like kind of how long you should be playing for? Is there events you should be going to? Is there events for newer people to come to, or is there an online community that they need to join? What in your experience is the place these people should go?
All right, cool. So in terms of the online scene, there's definitely a scene in London.
Hmm.
Definitely a scene in London. There's scenes outside of London. So you've got Birmingham scene, which is Electronic Dojo. You have the Manchester scene, which is Manchester Battle Arena.
Yep.
Nottingham have Robin Hoods. Yes, there's you'll be able to find these things. It's like you've got different online Facebook groups, and then
Oh,
you've got
okay.
the Tekken. Yeah, you got the so this all those names
Yeah.
are Facebook groups as well, and then you got Tekken London also as well. If you're a beginner player and you're trying to learn, I'm gonna be providing content for beginners to pros. So
Oh, I'll put a link at the bottom of the description for your YouTube then, because I know that's where you're going to be throwing up that stuff, because that'd be really good for the people to watch.
oh, thank you, man. So the beginners to pro is pretty much gonna just help people just get into playing the game. Like I said before, unfortunately, the game doesn't have a tutorial, so
Mm.
it's kind of hard for people to kind of push up to the pro level. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna be helping people with that, so there's nothing to worry at all. Yeah, that's it really. So people can get in by just Facebook groups. Just join the
Yeah.
Facebook. Everyone's welcoming, so
Well, what I'll
there's
do
no
is
need
I'll
to worry.
stick a link for some of the Facebook groups and your channel as well, so people can see that. Check out your beginner material, because that's exactly what people will need to learn and start looking at, especially for picking up a new game. But before we wrap this up, obviously I'm taking your time and a lot of your experience that I do appreciate here, Justin. But what is your overall conclusion of the game, and how do you see it going as an esport? Because for me, I'm seeing obviously fighting games. We're getting a bit more like they're getting into doing these competitive events. It's more and more. They've always had them, but it's going to the next level at the moment. And I've enjoyed what I've played so far of Tekken. It's been absolutely crazy. I cannot wait to play the full game tomorrow. Yeah, I'm just sat here on the edge of my seat waiting. But what do you think overall is going to be kind of the future for Tekken and how it all runs?
Okay, so the future for Tekken now. Again, when it's announced the 200,000,
Mm.
I was like, wow. Because, it's a big step up because most tournaments were like, you get £1,000.
Yeah.
That was it. £1,000 to 2,000. We didn't even, it's like they just skipped leg day and just said, yeah, we're doing everything. Like, it's not even 10,000, 20,000. You just said 200,000. Look, here we go.
Yeah.
So I do believe the future of the game is looking bright. We still have two guest characters to be announced. So one of them's going to be in winter, which I'm going to assume that it's going to be after the Tekken World Tour, which finishes in November 2017. And then we got another guest character in 2018 in the summer.
Okay.
So they could still add on to the game. And
Yeah.
I like the way how they're adding on to it, but it's not too close by because what happens is when you're updating the game too close by, some people can fall behind.
Mm.
So I like that they're doing it like in quite big spaces. But yeah, I can see the future of Tekken 7 really going far. The game is fun. I'm really enjoying it. The learning curve in Tekken I think it's one of the best in terms of like just playing against friends, learning how to do things, and it's just great fun. It's great fun.
Oh, well, thank you very much for your time, Justin. Obviously, I'm going to put all this information down below for you guys in the YouTube description, as well as a link of where you can buy the game. But guys, if you're thinking about Tekken, it's an awesome fighting game. It's got a huge legacy to it, a great story mode that I can't wait to play through and get to the end of. So if you're into fighting games, you want to try out Tekken, it's definitely worthwhile. And as an esports perspective, they're putting some time, effort, and money into it, which is great to see from a developing team. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Check out more videos on my stream and my YouTube channel, and I'm definitely going to be doing a lot more Tekken focused stuff as well.